my name is Teresa. Thank you so much for clicking, it means so much. If you'd like to like this video, that would be really awesome, and if you'd like to subscribe, we have a pretty awesome time here. Today I want to do my favorite books of 2021. I ended up reading 60 books in 2021, which I am so proud of. I have a list of 12 books that were my absolute favorites. Alright, let's get into the video. So the first book that I actually read for 2021, and it was a perfect, awesome way to start out the year, was book 1 of Legacy of Debris, Republic of Rune by Blaise Hues. This is book 1, and this is book 2, Shattered State. These were absolutely amazing. I actually know the author. She is a very sweet person, and I actually ended up fangirling to her in her DMs, and we were talking back and forth because I was just like surprised and in awe and so excited and like wanting to know where the book was going, and it was just fun telling her about the things I was excited for. So this is a new dystopian series that follows Ellie, who is kind of like the Cinderella in the story, since there is a dark fairy tale aspect to it. And her father died, so she is living with the stepmom and her stepsisters. She's kind of sent to just work on the ranch and not really be part of the family. But because it's dystopian and the supply wars that just finished that are like literally took all of their supplies. So after the supply wars, there is no technology. They went from having technology to no technology. The story has so many cool aspects. It has the dark fairy tale twist. It has this cute budding romance. It has drama and suspense, and I just love it. Ugh. Was this courageous girl with a pixie haircut, and she's just dealt with so much in her life but handled it so well. This post-apocalyptic dark fairy tale twist. It was just good. So good. Then Shattered State follows Kestrel, who is one of the main characters in the first book, but this is actually written in her perspective too. And she's this fun, adorable character who breaks out into song randomly, even though she's in like the darkest places. And I just felt really inspired by her. And there was also a disability character that really I felt like the author wrote it super well. But yeah, if you're looking for a dystopian series, there is a third book, so it is a trilogy. You should totally check out both of these books. Next, for one of my favorites, is After We Collided by Todd. This is book 2 in the After series. This is a new adult romance, and it follows Tessa, or Teresa, which is very odd to hear in a romance book. And she's a like good girl who goes to college, and then she meets this like bad boy who's like British. The whole thing is like you think it's gonna work out, and then something crazy happens, and then you think they're gonna be together, but then not, and it's like back and forth. But these are super good series. Definitely new adult though, so be aware of that. We have Tessa, who is this like good girl character, and Hardin, who's actually really smart and a huge reader, but he doesn't really want anyone to know. So it's kind of that like character that doesn't know he's as good as he actually is. Which is really interesting. Then we have Crazy Rich Asians by Kwan. If you saw the movie, it is the book, but they're both super good. We follow Rachel Chu, who in the beginning agrees to spend the summer in Singapore with her boyfriend. And she doesn't know that his family is quite comfortable, as he puts it, or very extremely rich. And it's all about, can she fit into this society, and how does she fit in? But it's really good. Not to mention one of my favorite songs is from this movie, which is Can't Help Falling in Love. And with you. Wise men say only fools rush in. Oh, which is Can't Help Falling in Love with You. Then we have Famous in Love by Rebecca Serle. This also follows this is the book the TV show follows, and it's good. It's Bella Thorne is the actress, which is her, and follows Paige Townsend, who she ends up trying out for she's an actress, and she tries out for a movie, and she ends up getting picked, and it's crazy because she's like this nobody, and all of a sudden she becomes like huge with this guy who's the main character who's already like super famous. It's really, really good. Next we have What Lies Above by Caitlin Lambert. This is also an author I know from Bookstagram. Super, super sweet person. I actually read this as a sensitivity reader because there is a disability rep and she wanted to make sure that she did it well, which she did. The disability rep was great. Power, determination, and hope. When I say I loved this book, I loved this. I felt all the emotions throughout this book. It really added to the experience. It's a like dystopian sci-fi, and they are living underground, but this main character, who is Eva, she is always wondering what is above, like what could be above. I also sent some of my favorite dystopians like Match, Divergent, Hunger Games, which was fun for me because I like to be able to connect those worlds. But this book was all of its own, and the way the twists and turns went just made you want to crave and turn every single page, and it created its own dystopian world. Then we have Crave by Tracy Wolff. This is book 1, and Crush by Tracy Wolff. This is book 2. I put both of these on my list because both are amazing. I am just going to talk about book 1, mostly because I don't want to give anything away, but this follows Grace, who goes to, well, and her parents are killed, so she is sent to this boarding school that actually her uncle owns, and she starts to realize some weird stuff is going on, and there's like supernatural creatures woven in, and she's just can't figure out what's going on. It just gives you that Twilight feeling. It just gives you that excitement of the like, what was that year, like 2000s, where you're just like werewolves and vampires and ghosts and like what's going on, and there's like some romance, and yeah, it's super good. The main character, Jackson, is constantly trying to save her, like a protective role, which kind of reminds me of Edward, but yeah, it's really good. And then Hudson shows up in book 2, and he's like British, which is interesting. Then I read next favorite is Blue Moon by Alyson Noel. I love Alyson Noel's writing. This is follows main character Ever, who she's kind of learning. First book was the second, so kind of learning what her abilities are. And at first she thought it was just like psychic abilities, but like more is going on, and she has to travel between these like type of worlds. And The Lion Game by Shepard, also a book written and a TV show follows. This is about two twins. Emma and Sutton. So Sutton and Emma are separated at birth, and then Sutton is like in this rich like Beverly Hills area, and Emma ends up going to a foster family and having a really bad start to her life. And they want to meet, but something ends up happening and they have to switch places. So Emma, who's been this foster kid, has to pretend to be this like super rich, stuck up Sutton. It's just super good. I'm still mad that the TV show ended on like season 3 or 2. I was watching it. Rude. Then we have the Spiderweight Chronicles by DiTerlizzi and Holly Black. This is the Scene Stone book 2. I could put any of these books in my favorites because I loved them all, but I read this one this year, and it's just fun. It's about Mallory, Jared, and Simon. So they are siblings. They move into this creepy house, and stuff starts happening, and they realize there's like different types of creatures / fae there, and this one they could only see it with the seeing stone. But it's a fun middle grade. I just had a really nice time, especially in November. I already talked about this in another video, but this is book 6.5 of Shatter Me, Believe Me, by Tahereh Mafi. Amazing. Probably one of the best books I've read this year. Ooh, Crave actually might be up there. I'd say if I had to top these, it'd be Crave, this, and Spiderweight Chronicles. It's fun. Yeah, dystopian and really awesome. All right, that is all my 12 favorite books of 2021. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, you can find magic wherever you look. Sit back and relax. All you need is a book. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. So bye! Reading 60. Ow! Oh, pain. So much pain. I'm back. The main character was this corrupt, and then the stepmom's kid. Stepmoms, her sisters are. Then her stepsister. Can't say that word. Blaise. So there's like, oh my gosh, my battery's gonna die. All right, switch the battery. Freeze!